Well, Levi's just had this encounter with Jesus and decided to leave everything and follow him. And what he does next here in verse 29, I think is pretty cool. It says, later, Levi held a banquet in his home with Jesus as a guest of honor. Many of Levi's fellow tax collectors and other guests also ate with him, but the Pharisees and their teachers of religious law complained bitterly to Jesus' disciples. Why do you eat and drink with such scum? Man, that's pretty harsh language. We don't often hear that in the Bible, that, calling people scum. And that's what the Pharisees were doing. And again, like I've said in the past, man, I love it when we're talking about Pharisees because there's always something to learn from them about us. But let's go back to the beginning here first. And look at what Levi did, man. When he encountered Jesus, the first thing he did, he followed him. The second thing he did was he went home and had a banquet with Jesus as a guest of honor. And all his friends, you'd say, the fellow tax collectors, came over. And I'm thinking through that this week. And just that Levi had an encounter with Jesus. What's the first thing he does? He brings Jesus home. And I think that is great for all of us. I mean, that's what we should do, right? We've had that encounter. Let's bring it to our household and change our families, change the way we live life every day. And then the second thing he does after that, he invites all his friends over for a big banquet with Jesus as a guest of honor. Man, if we have Jesus as our guest of honor at every time we get together with our friends, man, that's what it's about. That's how Jesus is present in our community, by us representing him to our various friend groups, no matter how into Christianity they are or aren't. Getting to that second part here, where the teachers and the Pharisees said, man, why do you hang out with such scum? Well, man, if they don't do it, if Levi doesn't do it, we don't do it. We don't hang out with people who aren't bought-in Christians. How are they ever going to encounter Jesus? They're sure not going to go to church. I mean, they might, but we need to bring Jesus to them. It's not about going to that building. I mean, we talk about this all the time. It's about us living lives as Christians, as followers of Jesus in whatever environment we're in. We should represent our beliefs confidently. I mean, one of the words that really has been popping up in my life lately is stand firm. Stand firm in the faith. We see this all over in the Bible. And we need to stand firm with Jesus in our friend groups and represent him there well. That people might see a difference in us and might just want to start following Jesus themselves. I'm sure this is what Levi was doing, right? He's going to his friends and saying, man, this guy, he changed everything I've ever believed. He's given me hope, and I want to share that with you and encourage his friends. But instead, you have this group of Pharisees who are saying, oh man, no. We're doing it right and we're better than everybody. Man, that's not what Christianity is about. We're not better than nobody. The fact is, we're admitting that, man, we're sinners, and the only thing that can save us is our encounter with Jesus. And we want to share Jesus with everybody else because we know that we can't do it alone. And the Pharisees have that us and them mentality, and it's not about that at all. It's you and me and we. We can pursue Jesus together. He can save us from our sins. Nobody else can. And he can give us a life not only here on earth that's better than we have, but he gives us hope for that afterlife with him for all eternity. That's just going to be awesome. We can't even imagine what it's like. But that's where I wanted to leave it this week is just the fact of that. Bring Jesus with you to your friends wherever you go, proudly, confidently, and just invite them along on the journey. Man, we all can use to walk with Jesus, and I think our friends can use that too. So I hope that encourages you, and we're about a week out from racing season already. St. Pete's right around the corner, and I know most people in the racing industry right now are working their tails off. So we just ask that you pray for all of us, just that going into St. Pete, we can get a little rest and start the season strong. And that's no different than us here at IndyCar Ministry. Man, we just thank you for your prayers and your support and joining us on our 30 days of prayer here. We'll catch you next time on Wednesday Wisdom.